Hi all. So today I'm going to discuss another interview question that was asked in TODL. Okay. So the question is, write a program to check if the two given strings are anagrams of each other or not. Suppose I have these two strings, tone and note. So these are two are anagrams of each other. Okay. So in this particular case, it should return true. Okay. So let's start coding. First of all, and I'm going to name this class, and I'll create the main method. So let's take the two strings. I'm going to name the first string as S1, where I'm going to take the value as the second string. I'm going to so for to do this problem, I'm going to make use of hash map. How can I make use of hash map in this question? What I'm going to do, I'm going to calculate the frequency of every character in the given string. Okay, in the string one. Okay, similarly, I'm going to make another hash map in which I'm going to store the frequency of every character of the string S2. Okay. After all, if the two hash maps are equal, that means the two strings are anagrams of each other. Okay. In case if the two hash maps are not equal, after all, so that means the two strings are not anagrams of each other. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to declare two hash maps here. Hash map and see, since I'm going to store the frequency of every character, so that means the key value pair is going to be in the form of character and integer, because I'm going to store the frequency of every character. So key is going to be character and frequency is going to be the integer. So I'm going to take the key as character and value as integer. I'm going to name this hash map as HMAP equal to new hash map. Okay, so this is the declaration of the first hash map, which has been defined for the string S1. Okay, similarly, I have to declare one more hash map. Sorry. Okay, and I'm going to name this map as simplification. Okay, in this hash map, we are going to store the frequency of every character in the string of the string 2. So now I have to iterate. Yeah, before we proceed, let me just tell you the boundary condition. Like if the number of characters in the two strings, like in the first string and in the second string, if the number of characters are not equal, means my hash maps, sorry, my strings are not anagrams of each other, because for anagram to happen in two strings, there has to be same number of characters in the two strings. So this is going to be my boundary condition. What I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate the length of the first string. Okay. And if this length is not equal to the length of the second string, if this is the case, that means print no, because I know that if the length of the two strings are not equal, that means the strings are not going to be anagrams. Okay. So I'll print okay. But if the two, if the strings of the two, sorry, if the length of the two strings are equal, in that case, we have to build a logic for that. Okay. So all the things all the rest of the things would come in this else block. Yeah. So now, if the length of the two strings are equal, then I have to build a logic, and I'll start with equation. I is less than s1 dot length. See, now I do not need to calculate the length of the two strings individually because I already checked that. If the length of the two strings are not matching, I have to come this block and simply print out anagram. I do not need to go ahead with my logic. Okay. If the length of the two strings are equal, so I already know whatever the length of S1 is, that is equal to the length of the S2. Okay, so I do not need to calculate the length of the S2 again. Now what I'm doing is, I just initiated a for loop and I'll check the character which I'm going to extract from the string. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to extract the character from the string 1. So to extract a character from the string, this is the from position I. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So what I have to check if my hash map is already containing that character. Hmap dot contains what key? This is the key s1 dot caret of I. Okay. So if this is already contained by the hash map, then what I just need to update the value by 1. Hmap dot put what I have to put the same thing s1 dot caret comma. Now I have to just increment the frequency. I have to just increment the value of that particular key since I have encountered that key again. So to increment its value, I just need to know what is actually the current value of that key. So how do we get to know the current value of the key? The help of dot get method. So hmap dot get, what is the key? The key is this. Okay. So from this code, I'll be getting the value of this key. Now, whatever value I'm getting, I'll have to just increment that value by 1. Okay. Now, if this is the case, else, if I'm encountering a value which is not already contained by that hash map, I just simply need to make an update in my hash map. That is to just put this key value pair in that hash map. This. So this is the since this is going to be the first occurrence of that element, so I just need to give the value as 1. Similarly, I have to do the same thing for the second string also. Okay, so the name of my second hash map is hm. So I'll just quickly make changes. And wherever we have s1, I have to just change it to s. So this is done. Now I have my hash maps in hmap and hm. In hmap, I'm having the frequency of all the characters of string s1, and in hm, I'm having the frequency of all the characters of string s2. Okay. Now after I'm done with this, what I just need to do is I just need to check the two hash maps if the two hash maps are equal or not. Okay. I'll simply check what hmap if hmap dot equals to what hm. Okay, if it is equal, that means the frequency of every character in string S1 is equal to the frequency of every character in string S2. So this is going to return true or false. If the two hash maps are equal, it would return true. And if the two hash maps are not equal, it would return false. So let's just quickly run it. I know that I'll get some. Okay, line number 21. Yes. Expected. What are we expecting? Oh, sorry. Okay, I have to include the hash map. Importing all. Yeah, so for this particular case, it is returning true. Now, if I choose something else, yeah, these two are not. If I see the length, see the length. So this time, the length of the two strings are not equal. So this else part would not get executed. So it would come into this if. Yeah, it is working fine. So if you think that this video was useful for you, please like this video and share with your friends. And if you have any suggestions, you can just put that in the comment box. And if you did not like this video at all, then you can go ahead and just hit the dislike button. Thank you.